Yo, what's up, world? It's your man Slim Jim Longfoot, aka the GOAT, King of America. I'm making this video right here. Oh, I'm about to do this for the thumbnail. This gonna be the thumbnail. Watch this. It's gonna be like.
I feel like somebody needs to hear that from me.
There we go. All right. The title of this, as y'all see from the thumbnail, is the difference between family and relatives. If you know, you know. IYKYK, you feel me? The difference between family and relatives. The difference between, I'm writing it down so I can remember because I'm old. You know what I'm saying? If this is your first time here, make sure you know what I'm saying. Hey, go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you can see a whole bunch of other cool videos like this, such as my product reviews, my how-to videos for YouTubers, my TV and movie reviews, my reactions, my video clips, my shorts, my live streams, my daily vlogs, and my art video series, GOAT 1408 TV, to name a few. You dig that part. So the difference between family and relatives, you dig. So just to break it down to y'all, GOAT Nation, let's have a talk real quick. Shout outs to my girl Pretty Heart Conquer, who is a member of the current member of the 1408, who inspired this video right here, because this is something that I've been saying for years, y'all. Net just flew at my face. Shout out to my friend Kiwi. We was just talking about this on Facebook yesterday about it. You know what I'm saying? I was saying I hate when a net flies against my ear. And then she was talking about, yeah, I hate when one fly in my face, and I slap myself real quick, and I just did that then. Anyway, shout out to my friend Kiwi. But anyway, it's summertime, y'all. For those who might be watching this at another time in the year or whatever, it's summertime. It's summer 2025. Anyway, the difference between family and relatives is this, y'all. Break it down to y'all. The difference between family and relatives. The difference is, y'all, the difference between family and relatives lies solely and unequivocally on yourself. You define what the difference is between family and relatives. If there is no difference to you, then that's what it is. But I'm going to tell you what it is for me. The difference for me. I don't know what your difference is. If you want me to know, comment below. Comment below what is your difference between family and relatives. Maybe you don't have a difference. But if you do, comment below. But here is my definition. Here is the difference between family and relatives for me. All right, as y'all know, relative. That is a person who is blood related to you. Really, you know what I'm saying? If you want to stick with the whole thing as far as us all being children of God, then we're all relatives. But when it comes to specific relatives, you know what I'm saying, direct relatives, you know what I'm saying, your core family and whatnot, you know, your sisters, your brothers, you know what I'm saying, their kids, which will be your nieces and nephews, the children of your parents' siblings, which would be your cousins, you feel me? And then, you know, distant cousins, you know, your cousins' kids and your cousins' grandkids and, you know, your aunties, cause you know all the blood ties from great grandma and grandpa on down to granddad, grandma, on down to mom and dad, on down to you, and so forth. You feel me? Those are your relatives, your blood relatives. Can you call them all family? Once again, that's up to you. Me, like I say, on my definition, no. Family are the people who you can count on. Family are the people who you trust. Family are the people who trust you. Family are the people who you love, and they love you back. I don't have to wonder if my family loves me, because if I call them my family, if I have deemed you the title of being my family, then you are my family. Like my bro, Johnny Quest Gaming. We have no blood ties, but that is my family. That is my brother. I love him. He loves me. We down for each other, you know what I'm saying? We down for each other, you feel me? My brother in art, Dave Tate, you know what I'm saying, who I met in college. That's my family. He's my brother, you know what I'm saying? I know I can count on him and him towards me, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is cool, and you know what I'm saying? Like a shoo-woo, you know what I'm saying? I'm shoo-wooing, you did. We in there. You know what I'm saying? I have no blood ties to them, but they are my family. You feel me? So family is basically about who is in your circle, who you can trust. Now, I ain't gonna lie, back in the day when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying, I used to be so direct when it came to, oh, I wouldn't call that person my brother because we're not related or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call that person my aunt because they're not my mom's sister or my dad's sister. You know what I'm saying? But over time, you know, once I realized that, you know, a lot of relatives don't give a F about you, or some don't even know you because, you know, there are still relatives that I don't know. And I would love to call them family, but you can't call somebody family that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a relative out there that might be wanting to know more about you just so they can daggone steal your identity. You know what I'm saying? They already know who your mom's maiden name is, so they try to steal your identity and, you know, do theft up under your name or some crap like that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's what, you don't know who these people are. You know, they may be a relative. Now, if you want to get to know your relatives and then they become family, like I have a relative who I met 2 years ago. 2 years ago in 2023, we did not know each other at all growing up. We didn't know each other at all. One of my cousins, and in those past 2 years, we have become family. You know what I'm saying? Not just because we're blood related, but because we have gotten to know each other, been around each other. You know what I'm saying? Been there for each other, and we have become family. Not just family because we're relatives, but family because we have bonded and, you know, have grown to, you know, be there for each other. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a one-sided thing where they hicking me up and it's always about, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? You know, if the relationship is tilting on towards where you're not getting anything out of it, not saying that everything has to be about you, but it has to be a balance. Because if I basically like this, you know, if somebody hit you up and you already know it's gonna be them asking for money or this, that, and the third, then you already know where that relationship has, you know, ventured off to. You know what I'm saying? If it's always about, oh, I'm going through it, like, I'm going through it too. You don't never ask if I'm going through it or not. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I'm going through it too. But every time I get in contact with you, it's about what you going through. Now, it's okay, you know what I'm saying, if we catching up, but if every conversation is about what you going through, then that ain't what it is. So when you have people in your life, you know what I'm saying, whether you deem them as friends, but, you know, the topic of this is family and relatives. But if you have, you know, friends who you can confide in and everything like that, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all confide in each other. You know, they say what's going on with them. You say what's going on with you. And, you know what I'm saying? And y'all, you know, try to solve each other's, you know what I'm saying, equations and, you know, uplift each other, because that's what you do as friends. That's what you do as, you know, close family. You know what I'm saying? It's family. But, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, all relatives are not family. And all family aren't relatives. But family is the most important part, because once you have that's just like calling, you know, like these people out here in these relationships, you know what I'm saying, these the women, they got a boyfriend and be saying, oh, that's my hubby. And then the dudes be out here saying, that's my wifey, which I hate the word wifey so much. But you know what I'm saying, they be saying all that, but y'all ain't got no type of real ties. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just speaking out these words. And yeah, I know at the end of the day, it isn't about what you can, but well, actually, at the end of the day, it is, because once something happens to you, when you're dead and gone, the law gonna say, yo, you ain't married, y'all ain't married, so she don't get nothing, he don't get nothing, because y'all was not married. Y'all were playing house. But if y'all really want to be about that, hey, y'all go ahead and tie that thing officially. There's nothing wrong with it. Hey, if y'all been together 10, 15, 20 years and y'all know each other like the back of y'all hand and y'all want to, you know, call yourselves husband and wife or whatnot, hey, that's all well and good. Y'all put that between God. But you also, in this day and age, in this world, in the year 2025, you gotta put that into law as well, because something happened to you, wife and kids don't get nothing. Husband and kids don't get nothing or whatever. You feel me? That y'all out. That's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? All them years for naught. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that, hey, you know what I'm saying, it boils down to, oh, you gotta do this, so, you know, when you die they can get money from, you know, because you or whatever like that. It's not really about that. But, you know, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, it has to be, you got to put more effort into what it is you want. It's just like if I have an idea, like I'm a comic book artist, I'm a comic book creator. You know, here I am talking about, oh, I got an idea for a great book. Okay, that's well and good. Then it's time to execute it. It's time to execute that idea. It's time to put it down on paper. You know what I'm saying? Create it and put it out there. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep talking about the stuff that you want to do. You got to go do it. That's why one thing you can't say about Nike, whether you love the shoe or not, they slogan is the greatest slogan in the history of mankind. Just do it. You feel me? Just do it. You feel me? They coined that. They coined that at the right time, because just do it. You feel me? So when it comes down to it, once again, that's my difference between family and relatives, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, relatives, they cool, and not saying anything bad about relatives, but I cannot call all relatives family, because I don't know all relatives. Family are people who I know I can count on. Family are people who I know I can trust. Family are people who I know I can love. Now, the minute somebody who I deem as family breaks the trust, or I find out they ain't for me, then of course, obviously, they ain't family no more. They have stripped themselves of that title. You have been fired from that title. It's just like when you have a job. If you're a supervisor, you do a lousy job, they fire you from being supervisor. You know, you're no longer supervising people. You know what I'm saying? You've either been demoted or you've been let go altogether. So, you know what I'm saying? Family, if I call you family and you do something out the way, then you have been demoted. If you're a relative, you've been demoted back to a relative. If you are not a relative, not, you know, because all family aren't relatives. If you aren't a relative, then obviously you're fired. You're altogether gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's like that. You feel me? that's what it is. So with that being said, like I say, comment below. Feel free to share your viewpoint. You know what I'm saying, if you care to. And if you agree with me, that's what's up. If you don't, and I'm just saying. But yeah. So I hope y'all have a most blessed day, y'all. Stay blessed up. Continue to manifest greatness in your life. Maintain greatness. And motivate others to be great, y'all. On that spiritual level, on that emotional level, on that mental level, on that physical level, and on that financial level. And when you subscribe here, when you subscribe to this channel or follow me on all social medias, you are automatically a citizen of the GOAT Nation. You know what I'm saying? We are manifestors of greatness around these parts. You dig? GOAT Nation all day, baby. I'll holler at y'all on the next go around, all right? You see the video, you see the playlist, go watch them. One love.